I'm Rebecca Fryer with Kingstonist News. Today's news is brought to you by Wind Farms Flower Fields, Ontario's longest blooming sunflower farm. Bouquet flowers, sunflowers, ice cream, and more. Here's what's making headlines today, August 10th, 2022. Kingston Police are asking for your help to identify a female suspect that threw a drink, including the glass, in a stranger's face, causing them to go to the hospital. Around 1 a.m. on Sunday, July 24th, police say the incident happened inside a bar on Princess Street between Barrie and Division Streets, where the victim attempted to approach the suspect, who then threw the glass and its contents in the victim's face, striking them hard enough to send them to the emergency room to have their face assessed and treated. According to police, there was reportedly no interaction between the two before the incident. The suspect is described as female, white, with a slim to medium build. She has shoulder-length light brown hair and was wearing dark-framed glasses, a light blue dress or skirt, and a tan or light-colored fedora-style hat with a dark-colored band. Anyone with information in regards to the identity of this individual is asked to contact Kingston Police. A reminder that tips can be provided anonymously by calling the Kingston Police general number and simply asking to remain anonymous. The murder trial of Michael Wentworth, also known as Michael Verney, continues, with the presiding judge reviewing and approving key pieces of evidence which were challenged by defense attorneys. The Honorable Justice Lori Lascelles says utterances made by Wentworth during an undercover operation will be admissible in the case because they were offered up freely by the suspect, who police say was bragging about crimes and how he got away with them. Wentworth was arrested in 2019 for the alleged murders of 3 Kingstonians, Henrietta Knight, Richard Kimball, and Stephen St. Denis, which took place between 1995 and 2001. 8 Indigenous veterans of the Great Wars now lay in marked graves thanks to the research department of the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte and the Last Post Fund. Following the Great Wars, many Indigenous soldiers were shut off from their benefits, unlike their white compatriots, and left so poor that they couldn't afford a headstone to mark their final resting place, despite their sacrifices. So, at the start of 2019, the Last Post National Office announced the creation of the Indigenous Veterans Initiative, which aims to provide grave markers to Indigenous veterans and to ensure that the traditional names of the Indigenous veterans are also added to existing military grave markers. You can head on over to Kingstonist.com for more on this project. MPP for Kingston and the Islands, Ted Hsu, provided his perspective on the throne speech and new budget introduced by the Ontario government on Tuesday, August 9th. Much of the throne speech and tabled budget focused on inflation and the increased cost that Ontarians have had to endure over the past few years. In the speech, the Ford government announced a 5% rate increase for those living on ODSP, also known as Ontario Disability Support Program, and for assistance for those with children with severe disabilities beginning this September. Hsu says this isn't nearly enough, adding that people on ODSP have lost more ground than anyone over the past few years. The budget will be debated and voted on over several weeks during the summer session of the Ontario Legislature. And lastly, was it soap, oils on the boiling asphalt, or just hot water on the pavement? Nope. After a heavy rainfall on August 8th, motorists traveling the stretch of Bath Road between Collins Bay Road and Centennial Drive reported a weird foamy substance on the surface of the roadway that led to many wild explanations. But of course, there is only one correct answer. So we reached out to the city of Kingston to find out exactly what was going on, and they said officially that the foamy substance is a result of microsurfacing road work. So apparently, when applied, the microsurfacing produces a natural byproduct during the curing process over a 2 to 4 week period. And while this byproduct typically evaporates, heavy rain and traffic can make it visible, creating a white foamy appearance. So now you know. For more on these stories and other headlines, or to submit your own news, visit Kingstonist.com and become a subscriber today. I'm Rebecca Fryer. Have a great one, Kingston.